Today we begin with a story that ignites outrage across borders, a decision that's not just controversial, but potentially catastrophic. Hello and welcome. I'm Melissa Isimbi, reporting for G&I News Updates, where we're going to walk through power, politics, and the people in between. In a quiet warehouse in Gilles, Belgium, nearly $10 million worth of US-funded contraceptives, including implants, pills, and insurance devices, have been sitting untouched since early 2025. Now, instead of being delivered to clinics in developing countries, they're being loaded onto dozens of trucks bound for France, where they'll be incinerated. The US government is spending $160,000 to destroy the stockpile, citing legal and ideological constraints. The operation will take at least 2 weeks to complete. These contraceptives were meant to help women in sub-Saharan Africa, where access to reproductive health care is limited and maternal mortality is high. It also offers to repurpose the supplies were rejected. The United Nations Population Fund and NGOs like MSI Reproductive Choices offered to buy and distribute them. But the US refused, citing the Mexico City policy, which bans aid to organizations that provide or promote abortion. And here's the twist: the supplies are not expired, they're valid until 2031. Aid groups warn that their destruction will lead to unsafe abortions, HIV transmission, and preventable deaths. This is more than just a policy decision, it's a global health crisis in the making. In another part of the world, health workers are facing threats not from policy, but from bombs. The World Health Organization has confirmed that its staff residence and main warehouse in Deir al-Balah, central Gaza, were attacked by the Israeli military on Monday. According to WHO, Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Israeli forces entered the UN compound, forced women and children to evacuate on foot, and handcuffed, stripped, and interrogated male staff members at gunpoint. 2 WHO staff and 2 family members were detained. 3 have since been released, but 1 remains in custody. The residence was reportedly hit 3 times, with airstrikes causing fires and extensive damage, endangering humanitarian workers and their families. The organization's main medical warehouse, located within an Israeli-declared evacuation zone, was also damaged in a separate strike, triggering explosions and a fire inside. Despite the attacks, WHO says it will remain in Gaza and expand its operations, calling the situation extremely critical and warning that the health system is on its knees. The Israeli military has not responded directly to the WHO's allegations, but stated that its troops were fired upon in the area and detained individuals suspected of terrorism. The IDF claims such detentions are conducted in accordance with international law. Meanwhile, more than 25 countries, including the UK, France, Canada, and Australia, have issued a joint statement urging Israel to end the war and criticizing its aid delivery model as dangerous and inhuman. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to escalate. Over 59,000 Palestinians have been killed since the war began, according to Gaza's health ministry, and nearly the entire population has been displaced. WHO is now calling on member states to ensure a sustained and regular flow of medical supplies into Gaza, warning that any threat to its facilities is a threat to the entire humanitarian response. And now, in the middle of this global unrest, one man is trying to reshape the political landscape from the ground up. He's launched rockets, built electric cars, and now he wants to launch a political movement. Let's talk about Elon Musk's America Party. On July 5th, 2025, Elon Musk announced the formation of the America Party following a public feud with Donald Trump over the Big Beautiful Bill, a massive spending and tax cut package Musk opposed. He claims the party will give Americans back their freedom and represent the 80% in the middle who feel alienated by both Democrats and Republicans. But Elon Musk's political ambitions are already causing turbulence for his companies, especially SpaceX. Let's break it down. The government contracts at risks. SpaceX handles over 90% of US satellite launches and is key to NASA's Artemis missions. But Musk's feud with Trump has led to threats of contract cancellations and scrutiny from federal agencies. National security concerns. Musk's control over Starlink, used by the US military and Ukraine, has raised alarms about over-reliance on a single private actor. FAA and regulatory pressure. Musk claims the FAA is politically targeting SpaceX launches, especially after his early support for Trump. Another one is investor anxiety. SpaceX's valuation is nearing $400 billion, but investors are nervous because political entanglements could delay EPO plans and damage public trust. Let's explore the long-term scenarios. If Musk becomes a kingmaker, SpaceX may benefit from favorable policies but face backlash from rivals and watchdogs. The America Party could sway close votes and disrupt bipartisan norms. If Musk alienates both parties, SpaceX risks losing contracts and facing regulatory retaliation. The party could fizzle, and Musk may become a polarizing figure. If Musk's popularity declines, SpaceX's reputation suffers, IPO plans may be delayed, the America Party fades, and Musk returns focus to tech ventures. From contraceptives burned in France to humanitarian workers bombed in Gaza to a billionaire launching a political party, this week's headlines remind us that ideology, influence, and ambition are shaping the future in ways we can't afford to ignore. Whether it's a warehouse full of medicine, a war-zone hospital, or a rocket on a launch pad, every decision made at the top has consequences on the ground. I'm Melissa Isimbi, and this is G&I News Update. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And please stay tuned and stay informed.
But we've been planning this for a month. Why can't you be serious? No, come on.
Every story begins with a journey, and ours start here. From the street to the screen. When ideas are waiting to be unleashed, a spark ignites before the magic begins. Creativity flows through every beat, every stroke, turning ideas into art, one frame at a time. A timeline of a passion, precision, and creativity. From concept to character, every step tells a story. Emotions that glow, learning, growing, and exploring through animation. Work and play, and everything in between. From humans to animals and beyond the stars, every living creature finds a home in our animations, fueling our creativity one bite at a time. Every frame is a step into another world, art and culture and storytelling intertwined. Watch your business thrive with our animated storytelling. Join us at G&I Entertainment and let's create something extraordinary together.